Good evening and thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a serious sex assault case involving a 6-year-old girl. A provincial court judge has tossed out the case because of lengthy delays. Those involved say the situation is unfair to the child and the accused. CTV's Rob Buffum is live in Victoria with more on the finger pointing for the court delays. Rob.
Mi-jung, the provincial court judge here in Victoria, was following the law set out by the Supreme Court of Canada that says it is an unreasonable delay if it's more than 18 months from the time that charges are laid through the completion of a trial. But critics say the cause of that delay lays at the feet of the province for a lack of resources and funding. BC's justice system is under attack after a provincial court judge in Victoria stayed the charges against a man accused of sexually assaulting a 6-year-old girl because it took too long to get the trial carried out.
We have an inadequate number of judges. We have an inadequate number of sheriffs. We have an inadequate number of court clerks. We have underfunding, chronic underfunding of legal aid.
The Supreme Court of Canada has ruled trials must get done in provincial courts within 18 months of charges being laid, or it's deemed an unreasonable delay and the case can be tossed. In this case, the trial wasn't finished more than 2 years after the accused was charged.
And in this particular file, we saw a perfect storm.
That storm included 3 months to get Crown prosecutors assigned to the case, illness by a witness, 1 sick day by the accused's lawyer, the judge being unavailable for certain dates, and issues with scheduling, evidence, and an interpreter.
A really, really sad situation, because the reality is that this was entirely a preventable situation had the justice system been adequately resourced and managed.
In a scathing ruling, the judge said, "This matter alleges the sexual violation of a young child. There are few types of cases more deserving of priority in these courts." The Premier says the province is taking steps to minimize such cases.
One case dismissed because of delay is too many. We've had about 19 of these, as I understand it.
The lawyer for the accused tells CTV his client maintains his innocence, that he wanted a trial to clear his name and has taken every effort to have it heard quickly, but those efforts have been frustrated by delays outside his control.
This individual accused of a very serious crime had this hanging over their head for years.
Judge Malin McKim noted the same about the little girl. To have this issue hanging over a child for a full third of her young life is simply not consistent with this court's mandate to deliver justice. Justice that in this case was never fully tried in our courts. By way of context, the Premier's office says there are 177 cases in Ontario that were stayed for unreasonable delay last year and 17 in Nova Scotia. Still, that has to be hollow comfort for the people involved in this case or the other 18 here in BC last year. Mi-jung.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob Buffum reporting live tonight from Victoria.